Adventure. Adventure. Do you like adventure? Ooh, adventure. Adventure. Do you like adventure? Adventure. Adventure. Do you like adventure? Do you like to start out and not know where you're going? Do you like to drive off and not know where you're going? Do you like to stop somewhere and not really know what is there? Adventure. Adventure. Do you like adventure? Do you like to try something you've never had before? Do you like to talk to someone you never knew before? Adventure. Adventure. We're going on adventures. Well, I've gone on some little driving road trip adventures lately. I'm really enjoyed it. And it all started with Walter Mitty, a movie that I very much enjoyed that made me want to have some adventures of my own. And by God, I've done it, as my grandmother would say. By God. Hell, I had adventures, by God. Hell, I had adventures, by God. Anyway. Now, Bears the movie is out. What do we think? I went to an unspecified film with my nephew and both my nephews yesterday, young boys, and one of them, they're twins, one of them did not like the movie, and here's how he indicated that. In the movie, he goes, Mama, I don't like this. I don't like this movie. I'm like, God, living the dream parts 1 through 10. Everything they do is like, I mean, why must people get socialized? One of my interests is feral children. If you have one, please call the show. I keep seeing these articles where I'm just like, could you please call this podcast? I mean, there was a family, I think it was somewhere in England, but I don't understand why they have a lion attraction in England. But anyway, it's like they created some kind of Serengeti or some shit. And this family was driving through a bunch of lions, from what I understand, and their car started flaming. It started exploding, and then the rangers told them to stay in the car. Now, talk about a situation. Do you stay in the car and explode to death, or do you face those lions? So just tons of tragedies. Hollywood is going through a lot right now. Let's just say it's looking like perhaps executives are not trustworthy. Okay. All right, so guys. Yeah, right. I'm going to the dentist tomorrow. I mean, if I have a fucking cavity, I don't know. My dentist was I hate when someone's like a professional and they're just so cool as a cucumber. Like, I'm like, yeah, I feel this feeling like my tooth feels sticky is the only way I can describe it. Like, it feels like sometimes it just feels sticky. So, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't sound like anything. Doesn't sound like any symptoms I've ever heard of. I'm like, okay. Yeah, you might want to come in. But, yeah, doesn't sound like it. I'm like, all right, cool as a cuke. We got it. You're so chill about my sticky tooth. Meanwhile, I'm on tour with Yasser just going, my tooth feels sticky. My tooth feels sticky. My tooth feels sticky. And pretty soon, I feel like it might turn into taffy or some shit. Today is Earth Day. You know, it's cool to record on such a special day. If you haven't already, check out my environmental message that I recorded. I think the Brooklyn Nine-Nine Twitter account did go ahead and tweet it. You can see a video. It's a very brief commitment. A lot of people saying it's not funny, but hey, when the Earth is at stake, I don't think funny's the point, right? The average person throws out over 90,000 pounds of trash in a lifetime. Do your best to reduce, reuse, and recycle. Green it. Mean it. I feel I nailed it. At the end, I say green it. Mean it. Which might be my favorite part of it. Might be a favorite quote of mine from now until eternity. Green it. Mean it.
Call from
Cody.
Cody.
Chelsea.
Cody.
Chelsea.
What's up, man? Do you have Lyme disease?
What was that?
Do you have Lyme disease?
I don't. Sadly.
Oh.
I do have a question for you, though.
What is it?
Oh no, should I have Lyme disease?
I mean, ideally, but what's the question?
Well, it's not really a question. I wanted to talk to you about Mad Men. Have you seen the new season yet?
No, I haven't. And honestly, I'm kind of... Don't say anything about it, but I am kind of shocked because I didn't see anything on Twitter about it or anything before it started again.
Seriously?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe
Did you hear all the news about the big, 2-year split they're doing?
No.
No, they're splitting the season. Instead of doing, a regular 13-episode season, they're splitting it into 2 years and doing 7 episodes this year and 7 episodes next year.
So...
Isn't that weird?
Why? Is someone pregnant or something?
Because they want to drag it out longer.
Well, listen, I think that's great, taking time with things. On a creative side, I think that's cool. On a fan side, I just want to be able to watch everything all at once in one night.
Well, it's actually not advantageous creatively because they already filmed and wrote all the episodes. They're just waiting to release them.
Oh, that's...
Till next year.
Nightmare.
It's weird. I can't believe you haven't seen it yet.
I know. You know what? I've become a person who watches, I feel like, everything under the sun. I don't even know how to keep up with it all. I'm catching up on Lindsay right now. Lindsay on the OWN network. I was watching Survivor. I've kind of fallen off, I guess. And then...
Wait, Survivor is still happening?
Yeah.
I thought that it's been 2003.
Girl, you're telling me. Okay, my boyfriend got me watching it. I think I watched the first season only. So this is the first time I'm watching it again. But he had me watching all these shows like Survivor and The Bachelor, things that I just never watched. So now it's just... and then Game of Thrones, which I'm just oh my God. There was an article... There was an article in the...
I'm sorry, continue.
There was an article about Game of Thrones that someone sent to me where the journalist, was upset that it deviated from the books, and they were mad because there was an incest scene atop a dead child, and they were mad that it wasn't a consensual incest scene atop a dead child like it had been in the book. They were like, why?
It had been in the book.
Yeah, in the book.
I thought they were just mad that it was incest in general. No, they were just mad about the continuity.
No, they were mad that it was rape incest when they wanted it to be a loving incest scene atop a dead body. And then
people do.
Yes, and then they were mad. There was one other thing that would just struck me as so crazy. There was they were also talking about how Khaleesi had been raped initially by Khal Drogo, but in the book, he explicitly asked for her permission, but she was still a child in the book. So they're like, we want our pedophilia to be consensual, quote unquote.
As long as it's consensual.
Yeah, it was just the weirdest article. I'm like, God, people's ideas of morality are becoming so bizarre that I don't even understand, what someone has to say anymore about creative things. It's so bizarre. Anyway,
so do you watch it on? Is it on HBO? Do you have HBO or do you just torrent it?
I have HBO. I splurged. It's actually, I don't know. I'm on the fence sometimes with that show because I really do feel like there's so many themes that only a mentally ill person would write and explore.
That's what I hear about it. I hear it's actually kind of a weird show. So I have one more thing for you.
Okay.
If that's okay. If we have time.
Oi!
Is that a new sound effect?
Yes, it is, good man.
Huzzah. I need advice from you.
Bong. Bong!
Can I ask?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I am going to college next year, and I don't know where to go to college. I have two options.
What are your two options, sir?
Now, do with that information what you will. No, it's either the state school where I have a full ride to, or it's my dream school, which is more expensive.
Oh man, there's a little bit of a delay on my sound effects. Wait, what's your dream school?
What's my deal?
No. What's your dream school?
No. What's my dream school? It's Northwestern University.
Well, the truth of the matter is, and I do not want to be discouraging, but I really don't feel like college matters that much. I do think it matters.
Okay.
But here's what I think the main thing in college is, whether you go to a state school or a private school or whatever, you just have to find really cool classes and work hard and try to individualize the process as much as you can. Because a lot of, one thing I found my senior year was I created, unique thesis assignments that professors will sometimes let you do that. I guess maybe that is something that I don't know if every school will do. But anyway, listen. The point of the matter is I really lucked out. No, I think that really what college I think really is about is teaching you to research things, giving you follow through, teaching you that you're capable of working really hard to get to a goal. I mean, those are the things that really stayed with me from college. The actual particular knowledge did not stay with me that much. And it's also socializing. You're basically in this nether world between being a child and being an adult. So it's like this little soft launch into adulthood. I mean, I was just thinking about college the other day and how I was talking to my brother about it, how I had healthcare in the basement of my dorm, and I would oh, I have a weird cough. Okay, I'm going down to healthcare. And then you get out and you're like, oh my God, I have nothing. I have no healthcare. I have no resources. I mean, colleges are just, you have...
It's a nice little in-between between that childhood and adulthood.
Yeah. Well, you know what they say.
I don't.
Bong. Bong! What a great call. Cool. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. Apparently, my phone lines are clogged or crashed or something has happened. The only other alternative is that no one is calling, but I just can't and don't believe that is the case. I have too much self-love at this point to believe that not one person is trying to call right now. I know in my heart that what's happening is some sort of a problem with the actual phone system.
Call from Annie.
Hello.
Hey, girl.
Listen, are you the Annie who just tweeted that you have an actual Lyme disease story?
Yes, that was me.
Perfect.
Dude, I was on my way home from work on the train, and I saw you tweet about Lyme disease. I was like, I got this one, All right, so there was this guy, my friend, that I might have accidentally hooked up with a couple times, and he works outside a lot. His mom was some nature business. I don't fucking know. But so I hooked up with him one time, and then I found out later that he had Lyme disease. And I was
hold up.
Okay.
Is that an STD nowadays?
That was my question. I had no idea. I'm like a hypochondriac, so I was like, what the, and I was like, shouldn't he have told me? But I was like, no,
I don't think it's contagious like that.
And you can never be too safe, Chelsea. So I asked my med student friend, I was like, listen, hypothetically, can you catch Lyme disease from having sex with somebody? And she had to look it up. Turns out it is not sexually transmitted.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if it was sexually transmitted, we would have heard about it. Wait, that is not the end of your story, is it?
Well...
You better got a tick in the mix.
I feel like there should be more.
You better got a tick in the mix. I'm panicking right now. My palms are sweating. Wait a minute. Your tweet was like, I have a non-educational, non-boring story, wasn't it?
Well, it said non-boring educational, so maybe I was misleading. I meant that it was, because, you're like boring anecdote in progress. I didn't want it to be boring, but it might have been. And you know what?
Boring anecdote in progress.
That one?
Yeah, perhaps.
Major. Bong. Bong!
Well, if you want me to add more of the educational aspect, turns out lots of Lyme disease is now drug resistant. So this kid, my friend, has been having trouble like getting it treated because it like won't go away when it's supposed to or something. He's had to go through like crazy antibiotics, like all this stuff.
Do you know like what is a solution? I need a doctor to the phone. I mean, how is there all this, like, there's so many diseases now that are antibiotic resistant, and then they're just like, take antibiotics. Well,
Right.
Hey, what world are we creating for our future adopted children?
Well, you know, some might say it's a crazy, shitty, antibiotic-resistant world, but I don't know.
Listen, you're a hypochondriac, right?
A little bit.
What would you think if you had a tooth that felt kind of sticky? Like the bottom of the tooth feels sticky.
Sticky. Did you try brushing it and trying to, like, get whatever gunk on there off?
No. I never. Oh, like a toothbrush.
I don't know. You're probably dying, so. No, I'm just kidding.
It might be heart disease.
You never know, Chelsea. You can never be too safe.
You can't. And did you know that Lyme disease is airborne now?
What?
Just kidding.
For real?
Got you, girl.
You had me for a solid
but seriously,
2 seconds on that one.
People are really telling me stuff about Lyme disease that is making me scared. And then it's like, oh, there's just too much out there. I gotta go. What is the future going to hold for all of us? How many diseases are going to become antibiotic resistant? What horrible deaths are we going to die as we try to run from technology in the days of no privacy?
Call from. To accept, press 1.
Do you have Lyme disease?
No.
Damn it.
Holy shit.
Damn it!
I'm sorry.
Have you ever made ceviche? Have you ever made ceviche?
Oh, my friend here has Lyme disease. Do you want to talk to him?
Yes, if you don't mind. Had?
Yes. Hi.
Hey, man, you beat it?
Wait, sorry, what was that?
You beat Lyme disease?
Oh, yeah, I beat Lyme disease. I spent a couple of weeks in crutches, and everyone felt really bad for me. And then my legs stopped swelling, and everything was better.
Oh, my God.
It just kind of happens.
Hold on. Wow. So how did crutches come into the picture? Please walk us through what did Lyme... First of all, how'd you get it?
Well, I grew up in Connecticut.
Okay.
And I guess I was exposed to a lot of ticks.
You were on a picnic?
And I realized I had Lyme disease because I was trying to walk, but my leg hurt whenever I tried to step on it. So we went to the doctor and I realized how much my leg had swollen up, and the Lyme disease actually impacted my ability to walk.
Oh, my God. Wait, and you never had felt a tick bite you or saw a tick or found one?
I never found a tick. I mean, I was 8.
Oh, shit. This was when you were 8?
Yeah, I think I was 8 or 9. I was in 4th grade.
So this was before the kind of Lyme disease that is now, antibiotic resistant.
Yeah, this was old school Lyme disease.
That's tight. So, and then what did you do? Antibiotics? You were probably the creator of the kind that is resistant to antibiotics.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had to take some antibiotics. I mainly just remember having to stand on crutches a lot.
That is so crazy. So you eventually got it completely out of your system? I mean, is it something you can completely eradicate?
I think so. It's not like there are like ticks that crawl out of my body during the night or something.
No, but some people have it on and off and on and off, like it's a constantly recurring problem.
I mean, it's never happened to me, but I wouldn't be surprised if it could happen again.
God, it's so scary.
I don't think so. Hello?
Yeah?
Oh, we were wondering if you were still there.
Yeah, I am. I'm just musing.
Call from
You do it, okay?
to accept.
Hello?
Hello? Oh my gosh, did I get through?
Yes. Now, do you go camping?
Oh my gosh, I got through. Is this Chelsea Peretti?
Do you go camping? Or are you scared that you would be...
I was actually calling about ceviche.
Oh, okay. I accept. What's your deal?
Okay, so what's your version of ceviche?
Well, I only like eating it, and I've never attempted making it, but I bought a bunch of ingredients to do so. So I was hoping if anyone had any tips, I would be open-minded. I will say when I eat ceviche, I frequently think that the fish I like is snapper.
Okay, well, I'm Mexican.
Oh,
so,
wonderful. Hold on.
I know.
Hold on.
I know.
This is just what I needed.
Okay, so I think we buy ours, but my parents said that it's like lemon and it just cooks the fish, but I don't know what kind of fish it is exactly.
Well, gotta get that intel from your parents.
You want me to ask them right now?
Yes, please.
Okay, hold on. Dad, what kind of fish do you use for ceviche?
¿Qué tipo de pescado?
He says tilapia.
Tilapia for ceviche. Okay. I thought tilapia was like a drier fish or something. I don't know.
Well, I guess the lemon juice would cook it.
Yes. Well, I am does he put cilantro in it or no?
Yeah, cilantro and onion and I think tomato.
Now, didn't you say that you guys buy it and you don't make it?
Well, yeah, but sometimes, but we buy it with that. So
Okay.
I think that, okay, which leads me to another question.
Yes.
Okay, shrimp cocktail. How do you have it?
Well, here's the thing. Speaking of ceviche, there's that shrimp ceviche where it's...
Yes.
Yeah. I prefer the fish ceviche, I think. And shrimp cocktail, I don't ever understand exactly what shrimp cocktail means. I like the chilled shrimps and I dip them in the spicy cocktail sauce and put lemon on it or horseradish or something. I like lemon and spice and tang.
Okay.
What do you do?
Well, because here's what my mom does is she puts like a bunch of shrimp and stuff and like clams and she puts it in ketchup. Mm-hmm. So that's what she does. And then like, of course, like lemon and like avocado and things. But whenever I go to like restaurants, it's always really watery and runny and that's not
so you guys, but see, I wear like ketchup. I feel like it would be so sweet. I like things again that are the aforementioned tart.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's where you put tapatio in it.
It has a lot of spice. Frank's is a sauce that has a lot of tartness to it, and I'm always going to go Frank's if I have the opportunity.
Okay, I've never heard of that.
Frank's Red Hot. Shout out to Frank's Red Hot. This isn't an ad.
Also, another question, if it's okay.
Yes.
Okay. Why was San Francisco canceled?
Well, my dear friend, are you calling from the Bay Area?
I am. Do you know where Salinas is?
Yes, I do.
Oh my God, yeah, that's where I'm calling from.
Okay, so here's the deal, girlfriend. Those seats are going to be rescheduled. It's going to be announced this week, and it's going to be something extra cool. So,
do we get a meet and greet?
Every cloud has its thorn. That's the Pessimist's song. Every cloud has its thorn. That means there's no respite from the darkness and the pain. Anyway, so yes, it's all going to be announced this week. I'm very excited about it, and hopefully you will be as well. And, I felt bad about it, but there was a logic to it and a reason behind it. And, I'm excited for us all to move forward with this solution that we've come up with.
Yes, because I've been a huge fan since oh my gosh, forever. But I can never see you because I wasn't legal.
And then I was legal, but I didn't have a car. And my friend is like a year younger than me, so he couldn't come with me. But now we're both legal, and we both have all our shit together. And then you canceled, and we're like, okay then.
Oh my God. Yeah, I know. I fucking hate, I honestly was like, I was really stressed about it, and I'm excited and hope that now it all will work out really well. We're trying to take care of everyone, you know, who was inconvenienced by it. And I do hate when I'm planning for something or excited about something and then something happens where I can't do it. And I totally understand. And I hope that, you know, people will feel taken care of and have a great time when we get to do it together.
So do we get like an autograph?
I mean, what is an autograph really at the end of the day?
Your amazing left-handed penmanship, maybe?
But seriously, honestly, I don't really understand like the power of the autograph, because doesn't it mean nothing? I don't know. Honestly, like even like I love, for example, Bill Murray. But if I saw Bill Murray, who I've never met, I just feel like getting his autograph wouldn't mean anything to me. Like I feel like what would mean something is like a meaningful exchange of some kind, but also you can't force that, you know? So I don't know. I just think it's an interesting phenomenon, the autograph thing. I mean, look. Maybe. I think it would be presumptuous to assume that everyone would really want that.
No, yeah, they would. Okay, they would, and they would want a picture, and like some people would be really creepy and like want a flock of your hair or something. But
you're really wheeling and dealing. You're really wheeling and dealing here, girl.
Really, because I'm like really nervous right now, and I'm like freaking out, and I've like tried calling so many times.
I like your ceviche fake out, but we'll see. We'll see how my ceviche turns out. Anyways, we're going to party really hard in the Bay Area, and it's going to be super cool. So I think that... Yes.
Oh, I wanted to say my name, because usually when I listen to the podcast, like, you ask, like, what's your name, caller? And then they just, like, never say their name, and then it's just, like, left floating. So I just want to say my name, you know what I mean? And can I send a shout-out, please? Because I'm, like, really enthusiastic.
Fine.
Okay. It might even get cut, though, so it doesn't matter. But
no, I won't.
I want to say a shout-out to my dear friend, Adrian.
Adrian, shout out to you, okay? Is it Grenier? Adrian Grenier?
No, his last name's Flores.
Adrian Flores. Thank you for listening, okay? Shout out received, hopefully, all right?
Okay, I'll see you in San Francisco.
You have no other shout outs? Wait.
No, he's like...
Okay.
Well, do you want me to shout out my parents for the...
Okay, but wait, I'm going to give you a sound cue, and then at the end of the sound cue, you give them your shout out, your parents, okay? First names only. Give them just first names, all right? Oh, we already know your last name, maybe. I don't know. All right. Sound cue, and then announcement of shout outs.
Shout out to my parents, Victor and Anna.
Oh, man, that is a tight little shout-out setup. Oh, God. You know, I want a round-the-clock masseuse. Is that relatable? You know, hot baths, I try to convince myself that a hot bath is really helpful on like tight muscles, and guess what? Massages are better.
Call from
John.
Hello.
Sophie.
Yeah. How the hell are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well, thanks.
I have a murder story for you.
That's me driving to go get an extra tape recorder. And there's me coming back. Okay. Got 2 recording devices on you. Let's go.
Okay, so
just know in advance. Just know in advance that anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law.
Yes, totally. So I'm a college student, and for one of my communication classes, I had to make like this family tree, like genealogy chart. And so I was talking to my mom about it because like I needed my family history. And I found out that my in the 1960s, she was like in her 40s, and she was killed by her 15-year-old neighbor boy killed her because he was supposedly like in love with her. And so one day he walked over to her house and he hit her over the head with a granite paperweight.
Oh, God. That's awful.
But that's only part of the story. So my mom was telling me, I was like, that's really fucked up. And my mom was telling me that he was only 15 when it happened, so he didn't get like a full sentence or whatever, like he went to like juvie or whatever. And then, so I was like, I did the math and I was like, he's in his 60s now, so is he like still alive somewhere? And she said, yeah. And she said that, my said that he was at a restaurant like decades after she was murdered, and he looked up from across the room and he saw like the face, like he saw the man like years later who had murdered his and he was with at the restaurant. So like they were at the restaurant together, and they saw the man who like murdered her. And so my mom said that he like got his out of there right away because he said that if his seeing that man in the restaurant would have killed him right there.
Oh my God, I feel awful right now. I don't know if I want to be the go-to for these kind of stories anymore.
Isn't that insane, though?
I mean, that's so upsetting.
I know, and like I had to write like a report about it, and like there's symbols on like the genealogy. Like I was following like this chart in a textbook, like symbols, and I was like, there's no symbol for like murdered by a 15-year-old. It was like crazy though. Like I couldn't stop thinking about it.
Bong. Bong! That is so fucking dark-sided. I don't even know what to say. I honestly
I know, that was my reaction because like I know that it happened, but like not until like I talked to my mom about this assignment did like I really think of like this dude is still living, like he's still, like we're from St. Louis, he's still living somewhere in St. Louis, just like living a normal life. And
it's
he killed
sickening.
my great aunt.
I don't understand sentencing. Like, I don't understand how the law works and like who, like, just in so many ways, it just seems like criminals are protected in ways that you would never think.
Yeah, and he was only like, he was 15, so like, he was like considered a minor. But like, if he was only like a few years older, like, would he have gone away for life if he was like tried as an adult? Like, I don't really understand like how.
Well, it's interesting that you talk about this because a friend of mine made a documentary about teen murderers who have life sentences, and it's coming out in June. I'm going to have him on the podcast to talk about it, but it's called Lost for Life, and it brings these kind of questions up, which is like, you know, he gets access to really high security prisons and he interviews people who are in jail for life who are murderers, and they're young people, and, you know, many of them were abused as children in horrific ways and things like that. And it's just this weird, it really makes the whole question. I mean, morality is just very confusing in that context. Like if someone was horribly abused as a child their whole life and then they kill their abuser and then they serve a life sentence. Like that's just such a bizarre thing to even try to process. It's very thought provoking, and it's really well done.
Yeah, and I was wondering too, like how do you, because like he's still alive, like in his 60s or whatever. Like, how do you move on from that? Even if like he get,
you know
like,
what you do? You talk about it on podcasts. You talk about it on podcasts until he hears about it and then comes and locates you. I mean, don't you have any concern about that? Like that you guys live in the same locality?
I mean, I guess I didn't think about that. I don't know, because I guess he could like technically like find. I mean, I feel like
you know what we'll do?
Like,
we'll beep out. We'll beep out where you said you live.
Well, I think he lives like from us.
Yeah, that's a drive. That's a short drive. So we'll beep that out. And God, that's so crazy, man. It's just
I know. It's like I couldn't stop thinking about it. Like it was just so like mind blowing to me that not only that like someone would do that, but like I mean you hear about like crazy shit like that all the time, but that like your own family, like I don't know.
Yeah. That's a trip, man. Well, I don't know. I feel like I can't even trigger a jackpot for that. That's just fucking creepy. I mean, I am looking for a bear attack. I'm looking for Lyme disease. This is the one rare case.
I wish I had a bear in there somewhere, but
where murder is really bumming out and harshing my vibe. But sorry to your family. And no, honestly, the way you get through that is a lot of therapy. That's a therapy thing. And I mean, honestly, I wonder what other members of your family did, because that just sounds like such a crazy traumatic event. You guys need to watch. Well,
my mom said that they never, like, my mom was like years old when it happened.
Oh
so, like, she grew up, like, she had like very vague memories of her, but she just said that like they never talked about it. Like, it was just too painful. Like, they couldn't even talk about it.
God, you should watch, all of you watch Iyanla Fix My Life on OWN. It's about to start up again. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't do any paid ads on this show as of now.
No, I've never watched it, but I started following her on Twitter because you talk about her so much on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And her tweets are incredible. I favorite her tweets all the time.
Yes. And all like really at the end of the day, as snarky and as ironic as everyone is and so clever and witty, at the end of the day, we all want to have faith in something. We all want to feel that love is in the air. Love is possible.
So true.
So I don't know. And I see that with kids too. It's like, you know, I see that like where it's just like they want to believe in something. Then I don't know. I just think, you know, I don't know. Either we're all going to die in an earthquake or something really beautiful is going to happen.
I don't know. I just want to say I'm a big fan. And do you remember that picture? I tweeted a picture of you at you once of your face photoshopped onto Oscar Wilde's body. Because you tweeted like we should all be like Oscar Wilde, be gay and die penniless.
Oh God, that's horrible.
And so I tweeted your head onto his body, and it actually looked really good.
I look like him, kind of, I guess. Oh, wait, that is such a funny tweet. Let's go back to that tweet, though. That is great. It
was on your Tumblr, too.
That's crazy that I wrote something so powerful. No, honestly, it's crazy that I don't even remember that at all. I mean...
people tweet at you probably so much. Like, I saw that tweet today of the person tweeting to you about, like, her sister getting married.
It's
it seemed legitimate.
Yeah, the classic thing where someone's like, we are a huge fan, please retweet into it. And then you look and they've said that to like 15,000 people on Twitter. And
yeah, I see those tweets. Like, sometimes I follow Katie Couric on Twitter.
Okay.
And she'll always retweet, like, people who tweet at her saying, like, my brother has cancer, can you retweet to, like, spread the word? And then I'll look at their profile, and they're tweeting that to, like, all these celebrities.
I know.
Sometimes people don't realize that.
My feeling about that is that, you know, at some point, I will, whatever. I just think that, like, I'm not gonna blindly, I need to research things before I support them, because you have no idea who anyone is on the internet or what their cause really is. And I need things to be vetted before I, like, support them, because I'm scared it might be some evil person or some weird fraudulent thing. But there was one I retweeted of which was like a mom saying that her son has Asperger's and he loves when the visitor, you know, what is that shit called? It used to be so prevalent in the internet, web counter. You know, like when his hits, she said he had autism, and then when the hits go up, he like gets really excited, and something about that I love. I mean, I wish that, I don't know if that was real or not, but I just loved it. And I love the idea of him getting so amped off that. And like, it would be such a cool project to get just tons and tons of people to go visit his site so he can flip out.
Yeah, that's like, I saw this video once of like, I guess it was like the Make-A-Wish Foundation, where this girl had cancer. She was like 12 years old or something, and she only had like a few months to live. And her dream was to dance with Beyonce.
Oh my God.
And then at one of Beyonce's concerts, I think it was when she was singing Halo, she like flew over on like a trapeze across like the concert stadium and like hugged this little girl and like sang to her.
I mean, I will cry right now. I like, here's what I don't.
Tweet it at you. I cried for like
tweet it to me, please do.
Video.
Yes, tweet it to me. I just like, I don't understand sometimes. Like, that's what I feel like with Beyonce. It's like that thing of just being a superstar. Like, how is she not weeping onto that girl? Like, I would be a fucking mess.
I know. Well, like I was like, and then like I was trying to picture like Beyonce's mindset in that moment. Like, this girl's dying wish was to meet me. Like that, like I can't imagine like someone's dying wish like just to spend like 2 seconds with me, and that was her wish.
Right.
I mean, that would be my dying wish to spend like 2 seconds with Chelsea Peretti, but
I'd fucking be cracking you up. I'd be like, hold up, before you go down, you're gonna be cracking up, little buddy. You ticklish? Things of that nature. But listen, R.I.P. all the people that have come up in this call. And please do stay strong. You got to have faith. You got to pray. You got to make gratitude lists and really realize how lucky we are to just have our health and happiness on any given day.
That's so true. Well, my grandma, like the sister of the woman who died, she would always say, and like my mom still says because she learned from her, she would always say, if you have your health, you have everything.
It's so true.
It's so true.
So true. Please stay strong. And my best to you and yours in 2014. In 2014, I hope your family reaps blessings, happiness, and peace. Happy 2014, everyone. Green it. Mean it. Green it. Mean it.
Call from. Hello?
Who?
To accept,
hello?
press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Uh-oh. Hello? Hello? Oh.
Hello.
Have you ever made ceviche? Do you have Lyme disease? Do you have a bear attack story? Are you currently in Paris? Do you...
No, I wish.
Should I go to Paris?
I do need some advice.
Okay.
Okay. So guess what? I'm getting married next month.
Okay. A lot of people doing it.
That's true. It's true. But I'm excited, but I'm also a little nervous.
Have you seen The Runaway Bride?
Yes, but I'm not nervous about that. I'm nervous because, okay, this is going to get really personal really quick.
Cool.
Are you cool with that?
Very much so.
I've never done it.
Whoa, whoa, oh, 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 whoa,
Can we do the sexy music?
whoa, 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 you're a virgin, you're a virgin, yeah.
I'm excited, but so nervous.
I
don't know.
I know what to do. Right before you take your underoos off, cue up a little music.
AKA sexy music.
That's your underwear. Then you look at him coyly
and fling it around the room while that music is playing.
Then once the underwear are off, you look at him coyly, you latch one finger under the back of your bra strap and you say to him,
bra will strap.
But then you're like, ooh, but you do
then
that thing.
He's like,
no, but wait.
Anecdote.
What you do, okay, you've just unhooked it, but then you clasp it to your chest. You don't let it fall off them nippers. You don't let it fall off them nippers. You're holding it, and then you're looking at them. You put a finger over your mouth, like you make a little lippy kissy face, and you put one finger like shh, and then you go. Then you let that bra drop, and then you start running at him full force, sprinting towards him like a wild boar. And you just learn about
him, knock him out cold.
You feel a little less scared now?
Yes. Then he plays the Zen music, and it's like karma. Everything is balanced in the world. Everything is good. Guess where we're going for our honeymoon? Can I tell you?
Where?
Iceland. Iceland.
Like in Walter Mitty. Is that Iceland?
Yeah. We actually decided before that movie, and then we went to see it, and I had a little teardrop.
Yeah.
It was so pretty.
Wasn't it? And it made me and my boyfriend want to go to Iceland too, which had never, I don't like being cold.
Honeymoon.
Yeah. So, I mean, what is your plan to do while you're there? Besides?
Well, have lots of sex, obviously.
I mean, that's
spoken like a true non-experienced person.
Well, now, why haven't you had sex?
What?
Why haven't you had sex?
It's just kind of a choice that we made. We are religious, so that plays into it. But it wasn't really like a pressure thing like it is for a lot of people, like from their parents or whatever. It's just kind of something we both felt before we started dating, and then we kind of found each other and both felt the same thing. So that was cool.
Bong. Bong! I mean, I have to say,
exactly how I feel.
There's something very romantic about that. I do like the idea of, high school sweethearts or like soulmates, and you go down this path together and blah, 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 blah. It's an interesting throwback to days of yore. Is that an expression? So,
definitely.
I mean, I would love it if you would call back and just update us once you've consummated it and let us know how did it go.
Should I call from Iceland the day after?
Yes.
Be like, Chelsea, it was terrible. No, I'm just kidding.
But now, are you one of those people who's done everything but?
No, I haven't. We've only kissed.
That's cool, man.
So you asked what we were going to do in Iceland. We don't really know. We're going to I don't know. I have this book and it has all these cool restaurants and stuff.
What is the food like? It's is it meat or something? Like, what do people in Iceland?
Yeah, and very seafood oriented.
Oh, right.
So my fiance is very into trying all kinds of different foods. So he's like, bring on the whale blubber. Let's make sure it's fermented.
Well, you know what that means. You know what that means, girl. I'm telling you. It means...
Aphrodisiac. What?
Nope. It means he's going to be... In my experience, someone who's experimental with food is an experimental lover. Okay, your attitude towards... open-mindedness, let's say, may lead you to be a better lover. So next time you eat with a finicky eater, you go ahead and cancel that date, babe. Because he's not gonna be fun in the sack, you read me?
I mean, I think I'm a pretty experimental eater, so I guess that's a good sign. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hope it's a good sign.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hopefully we just won't have super stinky breath the whole time, though.
Just eat that mackerel.
Killing that mood instantaneously.
Hey, eat that marital mackerel. Peace be with you, 2014.
Call from.
Bryce.
To accept, press.
Where am I? I need water.
Chelsea? I saw you tweet that you want to talk about Lyme disease? I had a teacher in middle school who had Lyme disease.
Are you under 10 blankets? I mean, is there a way you could elevate yourself and just get into a seated position?
I am in bed. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm talking to you right now. Yeah, sorry, I'm just a quiet guy.
Yeah, for those of you who think that when you answer the phone from your bed that you're able to sound like you're not, think again.
Yeah, sorry. I had a teacher in middle school with Lyme disease, and he was a tasty guy, and it's a weird disease to have.
That's the beginning of your story, right?
Also the end.
No!
Yep.
Listen, let me try to wake you up with a little bit of a greeting. Good morning! Good morning! You feel more refreshed?
Yeah, I do now.
Hold on, here's your anthem. I'm not fully awake yet, I'm not fully awake. Please call me back or text me, 'cause I am not fully awake. Don't comment on my voice, how gravelly it is, because I'm not fully awake and can't retaliate. Don't comment on the time of day. I work at night, so I can sleep in the day. Thank you. Bye. The song keeps going. Love that sound. That is so funny that I'm like, thank you, bye. And the song's still like, I mean, it really enveloped me in its warmth. It enveloped me. I seriously never know how to pronounce words. Like one of them being comparable. I just feel it should be comparable. I don't want to say comparable. Have we already talked about this? Oh, God, I'm becoming Pete Holmes. Hey, Poppy, please be quiet. All right, fine. You got me.
Call from.
Troy.
Helen of.
Chelsea.
Helen of.
Chelsea.
Helen of.
Chelsea.
Helen of Troy.
Chelsea.
What's up?
Chelsea, oh my God. Can I just tell you that my recent call list looks like I am like trying to kill you because I've called 78 times. 1 million times.
Thank you for your love.
Bong. Bong.
Chelsea, I have a question for you.
Okay.
I want to know if you saw, you probably got this question like all day, you're probably sick of hearing it, but if you've seen...
Am I a model? No. I'm actually, I started in stand-up and...
I want to know if you've seen the preview for Mimi's like tape from Love and Hip Hop and what you think.
For Mimi's sex tape. No, I want to. I wish someone would tweet me a link to it. I want to see Mimi's sex tape.
Consider it done.
Okay, thanks. I want a personal assistant who says that all the time. Consider it done. Wait, are you watching Lindsay on OWN?
More, I'm watching Lindsay on OWN like a hawk. I'm watching it more than Oprah and Lindsay combined.
What does that even mean? Wait.
Consider it done.
You know her assistant, Matt.
I'm obsessed with him.
He is the fucking best. Like, why is he dressed so formal? He wears a 3-piece suit to work every day for a drunk person to tell him to go away. It's like so heartbreaking. He is the best. He's always sweaty and always in a 3-piece suit. He's just, I don't know. He's captured the heart of America. Matt, we're rooting for you, hon. We hope you get that 5 and 5.
Matt is an assistant that would tell you. He is the assistant that tells you consider it done.
I know. Why isn't he my assistant? I'll tell you why. Because I don't have millions of expendable dollars. What is Lindsay Lohan's net worth, by the way?
That's something that you think I would know based on this call. You think I'd know that, but I don't.
Siri, search the web for Lindsay Lohan's net worth.
Here's what I found on the web.
Okay. I'm over on celebrity net worth. Oh my God.
What is it?
Guess what it says.
I'm like nervous to guess. Like 2 to 4 million?
You should be nervous to guess with that guess, my boy.
That was a totally awful guess.
Okay. Now we are going to have to go lower.
Lower?
Yes.
What? 2 million?
I hate to shatter your world like this, but why do you think she's doing this show?
First of all, Chelsea, I didn't expect to call and have you completely shatter everything. I thought this would be a fun phone call.
I know, hon. I know, but it's like Iyanla says, you're not going to like me all the time. Okay.
Oh, my beloved.
My beloved. Lindsay's net worth, beloved. It's the exact opposite of Iyanla's spirit. Lindsay Lohan's net worth, my beloved, is $500,000. Now, that is according to CelebrityNetWorth.com, which I'm told by friends who are on it. I'm not there yet. Okay, I'll be honest with you. If you're going around searching for me, don't get your little hopes up, my little friends. But Lindsay,
oh my God, you know, I was just going to ask if you were on it.
I don't think so. I don't think I'm in that league. But anyway, yeah, 500,000. But yes, I've heard that it's not accurate at all. But I wish.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
That can't be accurate. Not for Lindsay. I mean, I know she does have 40 boxes of clothes in each room of her house.
That's,
I don't know.
Man. Anyway, well, yeah, I'm not in it. Okay, I don't even come up. There's no result.
Well, me neither. That's why we love you. You connect with us.
You know, relatable. And if I promise you guys now, if I make millions, I'll give it all away just to remain relatable. JK.
You want to know why you're not in it? You're not in it because Matt isn't your assistant.
Matt, I need you.
Get you to the top.
Listen, Matt, if you're listening, I would treat you so good, Matt. I will never swear at you. If I move, I will expect for you to move the boxes into my home. And I will not be outraged by those boxes appearing at my new home. Okay, Matt? We need you, Matt.
What was your all-time favorite moment from Lindsay? Like, if you can name one moment that was the best.
God, there's a bunch. First of all, I loved the episode where she wouldn't even come out of her room, and it was just, I think it was the second episode, it was all Matt. I additionally loved when she was talking to AJ Rockefeller, or whatever her name is. AJ with all the makeup and hair and everything, who's supposed to be a life coach. She was talking to her and she asked her something, and AJ like sidestepped the question because she's scared of Lindsay, which Iyanla would never do. Okay. Iyanla would represent so hard all over Lindsay, and I want it so bad. But anyway, AJ, she sidesteps the question and then Lindsay's like, answer the question. I asked you a yes or no question. You didn't answer it. And it's just like, it's just so crazy. Like, I don't know why. I just love that she was like, it was a yes or no question. Therefore, it needs an answer of yes or no. And it's like, it's so inconceivable to her that someone might work outside of the realm of how she frames something. But
I know. It wasn't the question like up or down or something.
I forget what it was. It was something about how
like something really stupid.
Yeah. But I also really enjoyed how she was with Oprah, because I felt like she was suddenly like a schoolgirl on her best behavior around Oprah. Whereas with AJ Rockefeller, she really like went for the jugular whenever she felt like it. So I guess that's it.
I like that in every 40-second span, Lindsay had a different cigarette in her mouth, and she would not finish a full cigarette. She would light one, put it out, light another one, maybe smoke that one to the end, light another one, relight the first one. Like, the whole entire show was just a Russian roulette of cigarette after cigarette.
I thought you were saying, like, different cigarettes. Like, one she has a Virginia Slim, one she has a Marlboro Red. That would be amazing.
No.
She should do that.
So they're all Parliament.
One's a Parliament Light, one's a regular Parliament, one's a Camel Light, one's a regular Camel. It's like, what is she doing? How does she even have this much variety? You know, when I used to smoke and I loved those little fancy cigarettes, the Shermans, that Fantasias. Oh my God. Even the name, Nat Sherman Fantasias. They had the gold filter and they were different colors, the paper. I probably, and you know,
oh my God, I know what you're talking about.
And I would bring them to parties and feel like a magical person, and people are like, oh, they're drawn to you. Oh, may I touch your cigarettes, good lady? Oh.
Wait, where did you get those?
I can't remember. I guess they were at, I don't know. I think they sold them where cigarettes are sold. Where do people buy cigarettes? It's been forever.
A bodega? I don't know.
Oh, bodega.
Bodega.
Listen, don't smoke though, guys. It's really a nightmare. If you are a smoker, just make a list of all the down things about it. Like, you stink. Your teeth are yellow. You're going to have premature aging. You're going to have coughing. For me, the real realization for quitting was like, oh, I think about death all the time. And if I quit, I won't. Because if I smoke, I'm thinking about cancer constantly. So it's just such
I'm a
relief.
drink smoker. Like, I smoke when I drink.
Yeah. That's a nightmare also.
Mm-hmm. The worst. Because then I smoke 40 cigarettes. And the next day, I feel like a circus took place across my body.
You know who's a maniac? A person who smokes Marlboro Reds. What are you doing in your life?
Oh my God. I can't even, like, my brain won't even retain the word Marlboro Red.
You know
like,
how,
I can't even fathom it.
Like, do you know how heavily tobaccoed a Marlboro Red is? It's like after you smoke one, your face feels like someone rubbed a handful of chocolate pudding on your face. That's how dense the tobacco is in a Marlboro Red. It's just unnecessary.
I will say, though, that, like, I really do feel like smoking and, like, the marketing of smoking and watching, like, celebrity smoke really is, like, a real thing. Because I'm telling you, like, I only smoke when I drink. But watching Lindsay smoke, I was like, huh.
No,
cool.
you stupid dummy. Don't do that. She's a mess.
Like, trying to rock a little bit.
Oh, my God. No. How are you saying that? You just went through, like, what a disaster she is. Then you're like, huh. Don't be a bird brain, okay? I need you to really use all your faculties and just really think it out.
So I'm broken by media.
Oh, God. You can't just say that. You can't just walk around and say that. That's such a cop-out. Media broke me. Give me 10 packs of cigarettes, please. I mean, come on. Watch Iyanla and then just go get you a fucking fun, I was going to say sassy, but I hate that word so much. Get you a fun lip color and just do a penetrating stare and you're all set. That's who you need to be influenced by, Iyanla.
You know what my favorite thing is about you of that woman's name that I can't say, that you actually pointed out, that I never even realized.
What?
I love that when I basically can't say her name.
Iyanla.
Is that it?
Yes.
Iyanla. I love when she like when she gets down really low to like help someone or like plead with them to like fix their life, and then she can't get up.
She does get up, but it's a weird editing thing. Like they always show her journey physically. Like they always show her walking out of frame. And for some reason, my boyfriend pointed it out and it made me start laughing every time. Oh, listen, shh, listen, shh, shh, shh. What's that? That's the sound of spring water being poured from one glass bottle into another glass.
That is so celebrity. You're broken by society for doing that.
Listen, I've read about waters, okay? I've Googled waters. I've searched around about waters. And what I have found is that Los Angeles water is deemed not good.
Really?
Yes.
Is it brown?
No, but it's just deemed to have nasty shit in it. And some cities have good water. Where was it? There was somewhere that I was like, this is a shitty city, but they have great water. I can't remember. It's always one or the other. You can't have it all, ladies and gentlemen. You can't have it all. Thanks for joining me tonight. And everyone, please leave through the doors on the right and the left.
I live in Cleveland, which is the shittiest town.
Cleveland! Wait, you might be the city. I swear to God, because I was in Cleveland Heights.
Well, I'm Cleveland, technically Akron, but I just say Cleveland because people don't really know what Akron is.
But do you know Cleveland Heights? Is that far?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I performed there, and it was at a place called the Grog Shop.
I know, it was all the buzz that you were going to be at the Grog Shop. Everybody here loves the Grog Shop.
Oh, that's so funny. And there was people skateboarding out front, which I thought was a nice touch.
It's very seen and hipster.
Anyway, y'all, this has been so much fun, but I do at this time have to hop on my motorbike and head out to the valley.
All right. Well, whatever you need, consider it done.
I love it.
So.
You've got the job. My tooth is sticky on one side, a sticky tooth situation. My dentist acts like, hey, I don't, doesn't sound like anything to worry about. I say, well, let's try to worry about it just till we know if it's not. All right. Bye, friend. Have a wonderful 2014, okay?
You too, Chelsea, consider it done.
Okay. Working the catchphrase. Hashtag consider it done. Hashtag 2014. Hashtag marital mackerel. How long have I been here?
Chelsea.
Oh. Chelsea?
Hello.
Oh. You are beyond chipper, my new friend. How are you?
I'm good. I'm at work right now.
I love work.
You do? Well, I'm sure it's enjoyable for you.
I just love when people are at work and I know they're at work and there's that element to their call.
Yeah? Oh, well, I think I have a customer pulling in right now, but maybe they're turning around.
What?
Oh, oops. I might have a customer pulling in. Oh,
oh man.
Nope, just kidding.
Where do you work?
Not a customer.
Where do you work?
I work at a dry cleaner that my parents own.
Oh, dream.
And I really, I can't get much better than this,
Wait, it's crazy coincidence. I need to go to the dry cleaners today, but I rushed here to do this podcast instead. Isn't that a crazy world we live in which...
Wow, indeed.
Yeah, and here's a question for you. I have a leather jacket. Is that relatable? It's very, very soft. Hopefully also relatable. I stanked it up. And I want to take it to the dry cleaner, but can you dry clean leather?
Well, I don't know about other dry cleaners. For us, we have a specialty service that picks up leather and cleans it at their facility.
But have they ever fucked up any leather before?
Well, we just don't. I don't think so, because it's it's a specialty thing that they focus on. Mm-hmm. I guess there's probably been maybe like color. This is so boring.
No.
Like, color
It's
bleeding.
riveting. There's been color?
Like, if it was like a colored leather, they could have lost color or something.
Oh my God. Hell no.
It's just me against the world, baby.
You probably should just buy another one.
Oh,
That's
man.
the best recommendation.
Yeah, that's smart. Well, any other dry cleaning tips that we should know about? Like, have you ever seen anything disgusting? Did anyone bring in something covered in blood and just nonchalantly drop it off? And you're like, I'm turning.
And there's a lot of like old people peeing and pooping their pants.
Oh, God damn it.
I mean, sometimes, they'll say, I had, there was an accident, or they'll bring it in a bag.
And what do you do? Do you have like a hazmat suit for those occasions?
We have gloves. They're gloves. Or I'll just be like, hey, Dad, you need to take care of this. And he'll soldier through it.
He'll come pick Dookie off a pair of slacks. But my question being like, when you're dry cleaning shit-stained trousers, what is physically happening? Do you spray a chemical on it that dissolves it, or how does it get clean?
So dry cleaning is not dry. It is, it's called dry cleaning because there's no water.
Mm-hmm.
So we have an organic-based solvent that's like from petroleum that it's like an elongated washing machine. And it just kind of gently cycles around. So we pre-spot a lot of the clothes that get cleaned.
Mm-hmm.
So it usually, we pre-spot it or just like take it outside and kind of flick it off. If it's, usually it's just like stains. I've never had to deal with like actual like hardened chunks or anything.
But you guys wouldn't just go, we can't take this.
There have been some cases. But generally it's just like really sweet old people that are just, aging, and we just go with it because you don't want to make them feel bad. A lot of our customers have been coming here for like 30 years.
Oh, that's so sad. What if it's, P.S., if I was an old person, I would be mortified to drop off shit-stained trousers. I mean, I would rather bury them in the backyard, and then I'd be scared to throw them into my trash can because I wouldn't want a garbage man to presume that I shit myself, which I had in fact done. Mm-hmm. Now, what about cum spattered clothing?
I can't recall personally of a time where I saw something and was just straight up like, this is definitely some kind of ejaculate from a man.
I like that you're going into like courtroom talk. You're like, I can't recall ejaculate. Is that part of the training for dry cleaners? I mean, had the police ever subpoenaed dry cleaning as part of a criminal investigation?
Not to my knowledge. I've been dry cleaner,
Your Honor.
So.
See, now I think that dry cleaning is actually fascinating.
A lot of people tell me that. To me, it's just
another day.
My family has owned this business for 30 years, so
you guys are like 6 feet under minus all the death.
Hmm?
Nothing.
Oh. We actually clean a lot of dead people's clothing.
What does that mean?
So there's like their final burial clothing. It's awful because a lot of the people will know.
Oh,
and
God.
so it'll be like, this is Mr. Reschke's suit. And they'll be like, Arnold Reschke?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Have you ever cried at the job?
Yeah. A customer made me cry once.
Why?
Well, my beloved father made a little boo-boo when he was, we call it tagging in an order.
Yes.
So basically when we're putting an order in our, like, little book system.
Uh-huh.
And he confused two sweaters.
Mm-hmm.
So this, like, she's probably like 70-year-old woman came in and I got her order and it was the wrong sweater.
Yeah.
And she was like, this isn't my sweater, blah, 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 this is my sweater. She could, like, see the sweater that she thought was hers, and I hadn't waited on her before, and I hadn't cleaned either sweater, so I didn't know. And she went behind the counter to grab this other sweater that she was claiming was hers. And so we're holding either side of the hanger. And
oh, my God.
Ma'am, you need to let go of this hanger. And she's like, if you can't fix it, what are you good for? You're useless. And is like berating me over this
sweater.
$6 sweater.
Ooh,
and,
$6 sweater. Shots fired.
Yeah, it was not. It was an old sweater, and the bill was literally like $6 and some cents.
You're like, here goes 20. Deal. Yeah. Relatable.
So it was awful. And then a very nice customer came in right after her and I was like, I had the worst customer. I'm sorry.
Isn't that crazy? Okay. Like, I always feel that happens. Like, if someone's really mean to you or something really fucked up happens, the nicer the next person is. Like, if someone's really nice to you after that, that's when you cry. Because you're just
well,
like...
I mean, I called my dad, and I was like, Dad, she said I was useless, and I didn't know what to do. And he was just like... You are useless. You did the right thing. If she hadn't have left, I would have told you to call the police and tell her to get the fuck off our property.
Yeah.
Like, okay, thanks, Daddy, I love you.
He was like, tell her consequences will never be the same.
Well, she came back the next day because she dealt with it, and he was just like, never come back.
Damn.
People in customer service, I mean, I feel their pain because I have to deal with it, but one time my grandmother was dying, and my phone stopped working, and I went into the cell phone store, and they're like, I'm sorry, we can't do anything for you. And I just was like, my grandmother is dying, and I have to be at hospice waiting for her to
Oh, my
die.
God.
And I have to have a phone, which was true. Like, I was the one staying at the hospice with her, and like, I was like,
oh my
I need
God.
a phone to call my mother to tell her that she's dead. He was like, I'm sorry, the only battery we have for your phone is store property. We can't give it to you.
Oh, cool. Cool human being. Cool human being. But you are an American treasure. I thank you for your call. I've been doing this podcast for about 10 hours now, and I think it's time for me to rejoin the world.
Yeah, you need to go drop your dry cleaning off.
I don't know if I'll make it at this point, but whatever.
Oh, no.
I'll do some hand washables. Shout out to Woolite. Oh, God.
Oh, no, I do not condone that shout out.
Really? Why?
Because wool is a dry cleanable fabric. You need to dry clean it and bring money into the dry cleaning industry. So I do not condone it. I condone all of the dry cleaners, all the small business owners. I shout out all the small business
Hold on.
owners.
I'm going to give you a cue to do your shout out, and then you do it. Okay? So it's going to be a music cue. There's going to be a music. Okay. You're freaking out.
I don't want to fuck it up.
You're not going to fuck it up. It has a very clear end point, and at which time you say shout out to and do your shout out. Okay?
Okay.
Very simple. You're going to love it.
Okay. Shout out to all my small business homies. I love you, small business owners. Was that good?
I do love a family-run business. All right, you guys, before we get out of here, I think it's time to remember the people who make driving on the roads a nightmare here in Los Angeles, and I'm probably pretty sure beyond to all U.S. cities. So consider this a shout out to all Mercedes drivers.
I drive a Mercedes, and so I get to do whatever I want, whatever I want. I drive a Mercedes, and so I get to do whatever I want, whatever I want. If I wanna make a right in a left turn lane, I make that right, I make that right. If I wanna make a left in a right hand lane, I make that left, I make that left. I drive a Mercedes, If I drive a Mercedes, it's really not yours. It's really not yours. Road is mine. If I drive a Mercedes, it's really not yours. It's really not yours. Just drive a Mercedes.
Well, I don't know what just happened, why it ended there, but what a banger. What a banger once again. Bangers tour canceled. Miley distraught. We don't know the situation, but prayers up to all injured. Okay, listen. Before we get out of here, I just want to let you know that if you send us an episode and a time code, we are going to be culling some sound effects for the show, okay? So if there's something classic, I know some of you guys are particularly fond of certain moments or little songs that were made up that I do not recall at this time. But if you have something you think should be an official sound effect button for the show, tweet it to me, Chelsea V. Peretti, that's V as in Vanessa, or to Dustin. His name is at Feral Audio, or Dustin at feralaudio.com. Okay. Give us those time codes and we'll throw some new buttons in the mix. We see how fun this new shout out sound effect is. It's regal. It imbues the whole thing with a certain amount of elegance, urgency. So it's a whole new kind of shout out. And I thank you for your calls today. I've really enjoyed you. I felt that you had a lot of positive giggles.
Thank you for your love.
Bong. Bong. And also, at this time, I'm just strapping on my specialty boots and my helmet here, which I've put some puffy paint on and said a variety of inspirational quotes to myself, and heading into my sports car. The doors fly upwards and
Feral Audio.